All right, time now for a check of that forecast this afternoon. Anthony, another cold day ahead of us.
Yeah, this cold outbreak will continue as we wrap up the work week right into this weekend. Unfortunately, as we wrap up the month of January, it's just going to be dangerously cold with the wind chills and with the actual air temperatures. It's just going to be a deep freezer type of forecast as we go throughout the next 7 to 10 days. So that's going to be the main and overarching headline. Beneath the main headline of that will be the on and off chances, maybe some hit and miss flurries due to just the overall setup we have with the cold air that's going to be blowing across the relatively warmer lakes as we start to see more rapid freeze take place, especially across Lake Erie. Now, here's the latest headlines when it comes to alerts. Cold weather advisory that's been allowed to extend for communities outside of the primary and secondary snow belt. That goes into tomorrow at morning until 11 o'clock. So these locations have the best chances, inland areas have the best chances of seeing those wind chills that will continue between 10 to 20 below zero. Lakeshore areas still have a good opportunity to moderate due to the influence of the lake. So that's the biggest detail, I guess, separation we have. But overall, cold indeed. Make sure you continue with the layers and make sure you continue to practice those warm safety tips as we go throughout the next 6 to 10 days. Right now, current readings, we're still in the single digits for communities along Route 30. 8 degrees in Mansfield, 7 degrees in Worcester. We're at 8 in Dover. Feel like number of 9 below in Akron. It feels like 2 below from downtown, 1 below feel like from Menor. So relatively warmer compared to our inland areas. They have the best chance of seeing much colder conditions as we go throughout the overnight. Current wind speeds, they're ranging between 5 to 15 miles an hour. We have wind speeds and wind direction influence from the west-southwest. And here's why. We have this upper level low pressure system that's continuing to turn and crank up the hit and miss chances of lake effect snow showers, or we have relatively warmer lake temperatures up to the north, Lake Michigan, Lake Superior, off to Lake Huron. It's taking a while for things to ice over. Meanwhile, we're limited to just more of this east-southwest, well, this west-southwest wind flow. So we're going to be missing out on the hit and miss chances of lake effect snow showers. But due to just how cold it is, and as we go throughout time, a hit and miss chance of flurry action is not out of the forecast as we go throughout your Thursday, Friday. But overall, as you check out the current temperature contours, keeping in that cold air trough is locked in all across the lower Great Lakes as we go throughout your Thursday right into your Friday. But no real organized threat of snow in the forecast. It's just simply cold, and it looks cold. We have some blue skies from our CSU camera right now. We have temperatures mainly in the low teens. We're going to be warming up into the mid-teens for this afternoon, then cooling off into the single digits as we wrap up the evening and go into the overnight. Here's your National Design Mart hourly forecast. So in the afternoon, keeping the clouds in place with mainly those lake effect snow chances, mainly closer to the state line as we go throughout the evening. Sticking with a west wind for tonight, temperatures cooling off into the single digits. I'm thinking this model data is a bit aggressive when it comes to the cold weather. I have a morning glow around 9. It could get as low as 0 degrees for our inland areas. Temperatures, meanwhile, will be in the single digits with those wind chills getting closer to 10 below for our inland areas for tomorrow morning. And then by the afternoon, we'll introduce some peaks of sunny skies with temperatures in the teens, but remaining unseasonably cold. When it comes to the snow chance, maybe a hit and miss chance of light snow showers as we go closer to the next 24 hours. But it's all simply just going to be about the cold, extreme cold with those extremely cold wind chills lasting for tonight. Again, for your Thursday and Friday with hit and miss chances of partly cloudy to partly sunny conditions. So that's the good news with this Arctic cold air that's going to be sticking around for us. We try to moderate to the low 20s finally for your Sunday afternoon. Groundhog's Day, including low 20s with mostly cloudy conditions. Then a more substantial chances of snow by this time for next week with your new home mortgage 10-day outlook.